A good midday Saturday to you, Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota Twin Cities Subaru and 802 Honda, all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. Big picture showing the country here. We have this main trough of lower pressure. This is our culprit, picking up an old frontal boundary that is lying off to the south with relatively warm temperatures and a combination of rain and snow. A little bit of that rain and mixing lines are going to get into southern parts of Vermont, down around Bennington County. Most of us is going to see pretty much a pristine snowfall, relatively benign. There could be a little bit of wet snow loading right near the mixing line, but it looks pretty limited. And the overall total snowfalls, not bad, somewhere between 4 and about 10 inches overall. And what you're looking at here is the European model, so we see the snow that's moving in, and moderate snow will be developing later in the afternoon across the southern areas, and that'll spread over the entire region. And again, a little bit of a mixing line that'll move across the region to the south of generally the southern part of Bennington and Windham counties, that then moves away. And this is going to be the main headache for our concerns for this particular outlook period, because the rest of the weather systems will be basically no issues in terms of for utilities, affecting a little bit of travel, just a little bit of minor snowfall. The next one really on Monday night, Tuesday morning, as a weak front moves on by, high pressure builds back in, and then another shortwave trough, kind of an Alberta Clipper kind of deal. Now, if these two do get together, we could have a much bigger storm, and this would be valid toward Wednesday, so something we'll have to watch. But generally two branches of the jet stream, that's good news. That system then moves on out. We get another area of higher pressure ridging taking place for Thursday. And then beyond that period, once we get into Friday morning, that's as far as the outlook period goes. But we have a lot of jet stream energy, and this is going to be problematic for us. So it does look like we're going to see some rain and some mixed precipitation on the front end work in. Probably a high wind event with southeasterly winds. This is valid, unfortunately, during the late day hours on Christmas Saturday, and then that continues into Sunday with rain, and then back to snow showers. Right now, it doesn't look like there's a lot of winds on the backside of the system, but we'll have to wait and see for Sunday. There could be a blast of westerlies as well. So incoming just beyond the period with another warm intrusion, and typically these do take more wind to move in and out of the region. Looking at the GFS ensemble centered on Montpelier, Vermont. So the blue line is the most recent run, and you're looking at total QPF here. And in 3-hourly version, you can see that it lines up with the particular storm here, and the rest of this is pretty limited amounts of precipitation, maybe as we get into next weekend. But we're talking about nice breaks in between. So that's our main event, basically happening on kind of front-loaded on this particular size of things. And the way it's looking at total snow, you can see that we're running about 6 inches with, again, centered on Montpelier, with potentially 8 inches with the most recent run. And this is pretty much in the ballpark with the European model as well. Total QPF, that's 1/4 of an inch of precipitation, so to the north, very dry, back over toward the Great Lakes and so forth. So we have 0.50 here with the green, and 1 inch amounts, not quite. So probably somewhere between 0.5 and 0.75. And again, it's very front-loaded with this particular outlook period. Looking at the 2-meter temperatures at surface, centered on Montpelier, Vermont, temperatures below the freezing mark. We're going to preserve wet snow that falls. It looks like at least right into this coming weekend. And in terms of temperature dew points, you can kind of see not too much of a difference there in terms of moisture. Looking at precipitable water, the main event here, but just 0.6 of an inch. So we're not talking about extra precipitation. That's precipitable water. And looking at precipitation type, a little bit of mix in some areas sort of being indicated, but primarily snow. Looking about near normal in terms of the weighted next 5 days of meteorological output statistics of high temperatures. And let's see, about 3 days later, it looks like this. So we're still kind of in that mode here, running about 3 degrees below normal to about neutral, with all the heat buildup generally east of the Rocky Mountains. A little bit of downsloping probably indicated a Chinook with another Arctic blast working in. Some of the parameters that are going to change include the total snow on the ground, and of course that's north of Vermont in the St. Lawrence River Valley. This is about where average snowfall is for this time of year, typically into southern parts of New England with this red line here, and this is going to be filling in with this next weather system. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.